Ms. Brownlee and Mr. Brownlee and Ms. Baumgarten. This is not a time to be sending little hearts to each other or anything like that. Do you understand me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mr. Brownlee, when's the last time you were employed?
February, ma'am.
Okay, and so how are you supporting yourself and your children if you haven't been working since February? Mr. Brownlee, I already told you to stop making faces or signals to Ms. Baumgarten. It also applies true to Ms. Turner. Sir, please refresh my recollection. Do you work?
Yes, I do.
And where's that?
I own my own business.
You've had a lot of contacts with the criminal justice system. You're not currently on probation for the 25th District Court?
No, ma'am.
The court will note that Mr. Brownlee's criminal history dates back to 2002. All right, let's go on the record in the matter of the city of Wyandotte versus Stephen Brownlee, 231388. And appearance, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Going to be after my client. This time we sent the matter to be heard via Zoom. As to the arraignment, we'll wait for reading. My client stands for you.
All right, Mr. Brownlee, your name, please.
David William Brownlee, ma'am.
All right, thank you. The court's going to waive the formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty for purpose of the arraignment. Schedule this matter for a pre-trial on September 19th at 9 a.m. Counsel as to bond.
Your Honor, yes, my client indicates that he will appear to any all future court dates. And on one housekeeping issue, there are 3 people being arraigned today. I did speak to each one individual. But Ms. Brownlee, do you consent to me handling your arraignment, knowing that I'll be handling your 2 roommates' arraignments as well?
Mr. Brownlee, did you hear Mr. Shepke?
I'm sorry?
Did you hear your attorney's question to you?
No, I did not, ma'am.
Sir, do you have any problem with me arraigning you, knowing that I'm going to be arraigning your other 2 co-defendants?
Oh, no, sir.
Judge, my client was gainfully employed at Burger King. However, he is residing at home with one of his co-defendants. Right now, he has 2 children, ages 14 and 15. He's doing a series of home repairs. In the meantime, he indicates that he will appear at any future court dates. On a positive note, he graduated high school in 2002 and has 1 year of college credits to report. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Brownlee, when's the last time you were employed?
February, ma'am.
February?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so how are you supporting yourself and your children if you haven't been working since February?
My significant other, Hillary Turner, she is currently working for us as manager of Burger King. I've been working on our house due diligently.
So the answer to the question, how do you support yourself and your 2 children? Hillary supporting yourself and the 2 children?
My significant other currently is working for us in the household here right now.
Why aren't you working, sir?
I'm doing major home repair on our house. We just got a house in Wyandotte about 7 months ago. I'm working on getting our house up to code.
And did you just have a matter here in this court back in November?
No, ma'am.
No? You've had a lot of contacts with the criminal justice system. You're not currently on probation for the 25th District Court?
No, ma'am.
And is the reason why you lost your job because you were in jail for your matter out of Lincoln Park?
And I didn't lose my job. I'm the highest with my job. I can go back to work.
And sir, if you were to test today, what would be detected in your system?
I'm sorry?
If you were to test today, what would be detected in your system?
I don't have anything in my system. I can test clean.
All right, well, you failed to appear in 18th District Court. What's that matter for?
What city is that? Oh, Westland?
Westland.
I owe a ticket on it. I owe $200 for a ticket from a case from 2021. I already got the criminal matter cleared.
Sir, when did you buy the house? When did you buy the home?
The home was given to my significant other, Hillary Turner, a little bit over a year ago, and the title was switched over. So I've been working on updating the kitchen and the electrical and the plumbing of the house. I just now got to the kitchen, and we seem to have ran into a snag for getting a CFO occupancy. I just discovered this last night.
And what did you discover last night?
That if my kitchen is torn down, I'm not allowed to live there. This whole thing here
So you don't-
is.
Sir, do you have any power to the home?
I'm sorry?
Is there any power running to the home?
Of course.
Okay, is there any power other than the extension cord?
Yes, all the power is working.
So the home was given to Ms. Turner,
Yes, ma'am.
and do your children live with you?
No, ma'am.
Where do they live?
One lives in Riverview, one lives in Sault Ste. Marie, ma'am.
And do you have regular parenting time with them?
Sorry?
Do you have regular parenting time with them?
The other weekend.
I'm sorry,
The other weekend?
every other weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
And you bring do you have parenting time with both children or just the local one?
The one in Riverview, normally I go take to my parents' house, and the one up in Sault Ste. Marie, I will go up and visit.
All right, given the nature of these charges, the fact that there is a warrant out for your client's arrest, and given the fact that it appears as though for the police report, the home has been stickered as not habitable, and so I don't know where Mr. Brownlee is going to be residing after.
I would be going to my parents' house.
I'm sorry, sir, please don't
I would be
interrupt.
going. Yes, ma'am.
The court's going to indicate a $10,000, 10% bond. In the event you post bond, GPS tether. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Okay, Ms. Brownlee and Mr. Brownlee and Ms. Baumgarten. This is not a time to be sending little hearts to each other or anything like that. Do you understand me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then, Mr. Shemke, are you ready on Mr. Brownlee?
I am, Your Honor.
And then when we're done with Mr. Brownlee, I'll have you go in a breakout room with, Ms. Turner.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, all right, we are on the record in the matter of the city of Wyandotte versus David Brownlee, 231388 and 231369 A, B, C, D, and E. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Victor Shemke, agreeing on behalf of my client. It's time to send to the matter being heard via Zoom.
Okay, thank you, and, Mr. Brownlee, your name, please.
My name is David William Brownlee, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And today is the date scheduled for an arraignment on 231369 A, B, C, and D. Arraignment pretrial, it looks like. And then the 231388 is set for pretrial.
Correct.
Mr. Shanky? Oh.
Yes, Your Honor. I had an opportunity to review the matter. We were able to solidify a plea agreement on one case and then schedule the arraignment to be, waive the arraignment, formal reading, stand mute, and then adjourn for discovery purposes.
All right, so on the 2-3 matter, the 1369 matter, the court will waive the formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty for purpose of the arraignment. Okay, I don't have you back on a Thursday until October 24th. I mean, a Tuesday, which actually probably wouldn't be a bad thing since. So counsel, next time you're here is until October 24th.
Judge, on the case I'm asking for discovery, Judge, it's a driving related case and I'm not seeking body cam. So I'd ask that it be moved to the 28th. I believe that's ample time for me to get the proper discovery. It's come very quick lately.
Okay, well, so. Okay, I can either do this for, well, the next time you're here on a Tuesday is until October 24th.
Judge, it's a date, if you'd like, if there's a day that Mr. Westmoreland's there, I can coordinate with him. This is not an overly complicated case.
Okay, so we could do that on the 7th, the 10th, the 17th. Either October 3rd, well, either one of those days we have a jury trial scheduled, so we could do October 3rd or October 17th. Would you like October 3rd?
Not the third, Judge. I unfortunately have a bench trial in person in Waterford, but 17th would work.
Okay. As to, I'll address bond on this matter in just a moment. As to the 231388 counsel.
Your Honor, my client would be tendering a plea to count 1 with the understanding count 2 and 3 would be dismissed.
Mr. Brownlee, please raise your right hand. We swear from the testimony about this matter to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, thank you. Yeah, you heard the plea that your attorney placed on the record, correct?
I have.
And as to count 1, resisting, assaulting, obstructing an officer, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You've gone over your advice and rights with your attorney, correct?
I have.
And you understand all of those rights?
I do.
And you understand that by entering into a plea, you will be waiving some of those rights, specifically your trial and appellate rights?
I do.
And you also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, whether in this court, any other court or administrative agency, correct?
Unequivocally.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea?
Correct.
And has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
Negative.
And counsel, if you can please provide your client, please.
First, prior to doing the plea, Mr. Brownlee, you understand that I am representing the co-defendants in this matter, Lynn Baumgarten and Hillary Turner. Do you have any problem with me representing you as well?
No, sir.
All right, directing your attention back to September 6, 2023, were you in the city of Wyandotte?
I was.
All right, at some point you came in contact with a police officer, correct?
I did.
And a police officer gave you a verbal command and you did not immediately comply with his order. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, the court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. And the court will accept your plea to count 1, dismiss count 2 and 3 per the plea agreement. We're going to schedule this matter for sentencing October 17th at 8:30 a.m. Mr. Brownlee, I already told you to stop making faces or signals to Ms. Baumgarten. It also applies true to Ms. Turner.
I'm not, Your Honor.
I'm watching your body language, sir. That would suggest otherwise.
I'm simply looking at the mirror at myself.
All right, counsel, the bonding conditions are going to continue on 231388 and as to bond on the other matter.
Your Honor, my client does indicate that he does have lodging for himself as well as his two co-defendants. He can reside with his parents. My understanding, he has a strong family support system. So we're respectively requesting any leniency when determining an appropriate bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Well, the court will note that Mr. Brownlee's bond on the 231388 matter is $10,000, 10% bond. GPS tether not to possess or consume alcohol or drugs unless prescribed. Sir, please refresh my recollection. Do you work?
I'm sorry?
Do you work?
Yes, I do.
And where's that?
I own my own business.
What type of business, sir?
It's a paint repair company, Roadrunner Mobile Auto Paint Repair.
All right. The court is going to indicate in this matter, based upon the charges, the fact that there's a pending case as well. This offense is alleged to have occurred about 4 days before the offense that Mr. Brownlee just pled guilty to. And the court's going to indicate a $10,000, 10% bond. They got you released, sir, you're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs. And in the event you release, GPS tether through the Wayne County Jail. And what the court's going to do, sir, as well, is I'm going to find out when we have to set this for a PSI. It'll probably be a phone in. All right, so let's go off the record in this matter. Is there a deputy right near you, sir?
No,
All right, can you go to the door area or the window there to see if the deputy can step on the screen, please?
it doesn't appear that there is one here. You can hold on a moment. Oh,
Okay, deputy, on Mr. Brownlee, can we do maybe 8:30 tomorrow for the PSI for him as well on the phone or no?
Judge DiSanto, we'll have him at 8:45. As soon as Miss Baumgart's done, we'll have Brownlee for PSI.
All right, I will make that note.
And also, Your Honor, if we're gonna do Turner as well, we can put her at third.
Okay, thank you. All right, and then, Mr. Shanti, I do have the discovery order on that matter as well. And then I will, you can go in a breakout room with Ms. Turner, that'd be great.
Good.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Wayne County Jail, Mr. Brownlee.
good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, and so Mr. Shanti, I know that Mr. Brownlee has his sentencing, which it shows you're assigned to, and then Mr. Westmoreland has his pretrial matter.
Yes, I just have, I have the sentencing for Mr. Brownlee, correct.
Okay, and so are you ready on the pretrial matters of Mr. Brownlee or no? Okay, well, let's handle, would you like to handle the sentencing on Mr. Brownlee first, and then I can have Mr. Westmoreland handle the pretrial portions?
Yes, Your Honor, then I can handle Miss Turner's, yes, Your Honor, yes, please.
Okay, all right, let's go on the record in the matter of the city of Wyandotte receiver Brownlee 231388. And appearance, counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor, Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my clients, time to consent to the matter being heard via Zoom.
Mr. Brownlee, your name please for the record.
My name is David William Brownlee, Your Honor.
Good morning, and today's the date scheduled for sentencing on your client's plea of assaulting, resisting, obstructing a police officer's possession of drug paraphernalia and loitering or drugs are illegally stored, kept, or used was dismissed. And counsel, did you have an opportunity to review the report and recommendation with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, it is factually accurate.
Okay, and I failed to ask, do you need a breakout room with your client or are you ready to proceed?
No, Judge, I've been dealing with, yeah, Mr. Brownlee and I have talked several times. I've also spoke with his co-defendant, which is actually a housekeeping issue. Mr. Brownlee, do you have any issue with me also representing Ms. Turner for today's proceeding?
No, sir. My only question in regards to, all together with the cases is there any way that we, might be able to run the, pretrial concurrent with the sentencing in some way?
That's something that you'll be speaking with Mr. Westmoreland about after he has a dialogue with the prosecuting attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And, all right, counsel, as to the report.
As the report is factually accurate, Judge.
Okay, and as to the recommendation.
Judge, I believe that my client's been in custody. Mr. Brownlee, is it since approximately September 6th?
41 days today.
All right. Your Honor, in this circumstance, I see that there's consideration for my client's jail time. I'd ask that opposed to maxing him out on jail time, giving him an opportunity to potentially have credit for time served so that he can move on to these other matters and try to get a global resolution.
And so you're asking for the credit for time served, or you're asking for that to be the entire sentence?
Yeah, credit for time served, potentially have his case closed out. Obviously, he's going to be dealing with other matters through this court. Just trying to find a way to get all of these outstanding issues solidified so that he can try to get out of custody as soon as possible, become gainfully employed, and not find himself in these kind of circumstances going forward.
Okay, well, the court will note that Mr. Brownlee is in custody, and he's been in custody since September 6th. The court will note that Mr. Brownlee's criminal history dates back to 2002. In Woodhaven, failed to stop or identify after a property damage accident, 2004 weapons offense, 2004 domestic violence, 2004 domestic violence, 2005 driving while license suspended, 2005 receiving concealing a firearm, 2006 possession of controlled substance, 2007 assaulting and resisting an officer, 2007 possession of drug paraphernalia, 2007 possession of a knife over 3 inches, 2007 receiving concealing stolen property in a motor vehicle, 2008 assaulting and resisting a police officer, 2008 weapons offense, 2009 false report of a misdemeanor, 2010 domestic violence second offense, 2013 driving while license suspended, 2014 possession of controlled substance, 2014 failed to state valid license, 2014 felony larceny in a building, 2016 possession of controlled substance and driving while license suspended, 2016 felony domestic violence third offense, 2016 receiving concealing stolen property less than $200, 2016 controlled substance, 2018 driving while license suspended, 2018 aggravated felony stalking, 2022 driving while license suspended, 2022 attempt larceny less than $200. And that spans the state of Michigan. You have Woodhaven, Brownstown, Clinton Township, Riverview, Wyandotte, Detroit, Wyandotte, Riverview, Brownstown, Flat Rock, Trenton, Alabama, Monroe, Canton, Brownstown, Woodhaven, Sault Ste. Marie, and then there's even a West End or Lincoln Park. So quite frankly, sir, you are not a candidate for probation at all. And you don't seem to mind being in custody because you continue to violate the law. And this court, the maximum this court can sentence you to is 90 days, and that's what the court's going to do. 90 days jail, credit for 41, and the court will suspend your fines and costs. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brownlee, I'm going to keep you on Zoom here because you have your other matters that Mr. Westmoreland is handling.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
20 minutes later.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, are you ready to go, Mr. Brownlee?
Yes, we are.
All right, and the court is going to go on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus David Brownlee. 2313698, 1, 2, and 3, B, C, D, and E. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Attorney Corey Westmoreland appearing on behalf of Mr. Brownlee. Mr. Brownlee, would you please state your name for the record?
David William Brownlee.
All right, and so Mr. Brownlee is here on these matters for a pretrial today on some of the matters, court dates on the other matters, and counsel, an opportunity to speak to the prosecuting attorney on this matter.
Yes, I have, Your Honor, and at this time, the client is prepared to plead guilty to failing to report an accident that's been amended from leaving the scene of an accident, resisting and obstructing a police officer, careless driving that's been amended from reckless driving, no proof of insurance that's been amended from no insurance, the seatbelt ticket, in addition, the no license ever obtained, and disregard to yield sign are being dismissed at this time.
Okay, the no proof of insurance was reduced from which one?
From no insurance.
Okay, and so is the client being responsible for the seatbelt also?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, sir, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear from the testimony about to give this time the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Sir, you heard the plea that your attorney placed on the record, correct, Nina? Or correct, counsel, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, and you understand the plea that was placed on the record?
I do.
As to count one, you failed to report an accident, how do you plead?
Plead guilty, Your Honor.
As to resisting and obstructing a police officer, how do you plead?
Plead guilty, Your Honor.
As to the amended charge of careless driving, how do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
As to the seatbelt offense, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
As to the amended charge of no proof of insurance, how do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Your Honor.
You've gone over your advice of rights, correct?
I have.
I'm sorry?
I have, Your Honor. Yes,
Okay. And you understand all of those rights?
I do.
You also understand that by entering into a plea, that you'll be waiving some of those rights.
I do.
You also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea.
I do.
And knowing all that, you still want to continue with your plea.
I do, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No, ma'am.
All right, and counsel, any immigration issues to consider?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, if you can please run to your client.
Sure. Mr. Brownlee, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Wyandotte on September 2nd of this year?
Was.
On that day and time, were you operating that motor vehicle carelessly through the city of Wyandotte?
I was.
Were you involved in an accident that you failed to report?
I was.
And in the investigation, did you resist and obstruct a police officer for the purpose of the plea? Can you repeat that?
I did.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, the court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to the resisting and obstructing, the failed report, the careless driving, no proof of insurance, and the seatbelt. Dismiss the other charges per the plea agreement. And counsel, do you want to set this for a sentencing, or do you want to proceed with immediate sentencing, which this court doesn't generally do, but since I just sentenced Mr. Brownlee on his
Given
other
the
matter.
circumstances, Your Honor, I think immediate sentencing would be appropriate. All I would ask is that take into consideration that Mr. Brownlee took responsibility for his actions. He's extremely apologetic. He understands that his behavior is completely out of line that day. It will never happen again. And I would just ask that this sentence be ran concurrent with his previous one.
Okay, however, counsel, I think I moved too quickly because there's a victim in this matter. So I do need to allow that victim an opportunity to appear and to submit any request for restitution. So I do apologize, counsel, on that. This is one I was prepared to proceed with immediate sentencing, but we have to set it for sentencing. So we can set this for sentencing on, we can do November 1st. You'll be back here on that date.
Okay,
All right, and the court will indicate, and we'll do that at 8:45, and I will indicate bonding conditions are continued.
all right. Thank you, Judge.
And Counsel, I'd just like to say for the record, and so your client hears this as well. Sir, I did just receive the communication that you sent in yesterday. So I didn't want, it's in the file, so we did receive it yesterday. I don't know, it appears though you sent it on September 30th, is the date that you have it dated. I just want to let you know that it is received and in the file, okay?
I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, here we off the record. Wayne County.
Hold on.
Who's gonna handle Mr. Menesar? Do we know?
No, they're talking to you. This is Wayne County.
Okay, right, good morning, deputy. So, Mr. Brownlee needs to have a PSI. I know we have somebody else, there for a court date. Would you want probation to call in later this afternoon, or how do you want us to handle that?
Yes, okay, Your Honor, give me 1 minute to answer that. I'm waiting on my partner and see exactly what he wants to do. Because we got every terminal tied up right now.
Okay, we can call in this afternoon if that works better.
No, this afternoon, because I'm gonna be tied up this afternoon. I would want to get it out of the way and get it done.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. And to be honest, I don't know that there's going to be much more information that will need to be gathered from Mr. Brownlee, since we just sent this him on another matter. The only reason we had to set this for sentencing is because there's a victim. So I can't imagine that would take very long.
Okay. I'll let Corporal Bravachi know that we're gonna do the PSI. Are you ready for Monson right now?
Are we breaking for lunch? Oh, no. No, it's only 10. Oh, am I ready for Monster? Is that what you just asked? Sorry.
Yes.
Clearly, I'm hungry. Yes, we're ready for Mr. Monster. Yes.
Okay, Your Honor.